For this clinic chain, we generated 3,402 qualified leads through Google Ads. The upfront conversion rate is 12.73%. That means 433 leads were converted on the very first call. See, generating 3000 plus leads through Google Ads is not something very remarkable achievement that we have did, and I am creating video for it. But for this brand, we are working from last 3.5 years. And when we started, it was operating with just one single branch. And just the Google Ads has minimum 80% contribution in the increase of clinic footfall. So from last 3.5 years, I was amazed to see the power of Google Ads, that how can a simple Google search ads running in a very strategic way can contribute to the 80% business and increase from one branch to 4 branches in just 3.5 years. And during this 3.5 years working with this single brand in this city, we generally onboard only one client in that industry. Let's say if we are working with any skin clinic chain, so in that city, we'll be working with that brand only. Now this 3.5 years learning, experience, a lot of struggles and failures is something that I'm going to share in this video. And this is not a piece of content. I can bet you won't find such in-depth content anywhere on YouTube. And let's get started. Then I'll show you the real Google Ads dashboard of this brand. Hi, my name is Aditya Singh and I run a performance marketing agency from last 8 years and worked with multiple healthcare brands, clinic chains, salon chains all across the India. So this is a clinic chain, and they are basically doing dental and aesthetics treatments. So dental has general dental treatments like RCT or RCT, teeth whitening, teeth cleaning, dental implant, and other procedures, right? And aesthetic has like those LHR, medifacials, hair transplant, everything. So this clinic chain offers both different types of under that same brand. So the location was the very interesting and very challenging part for us, because 2 branches were in NCR. I think one is in Gurgaon and second one is in Delhi. One branch is in Lucknow, and the recent 4th branch, they opened it in Chennai. So as you can see, the Delhi NCR clinic has a separate audience base, whereas Lucknow is a like tier 2 city. It has a separate consumers. And if I talk about Chennai, that is completely different. So generally in these type of clinics, one single kind of marketing strategy doesn't work. What we do, we generally create a multi-location marketing strategy. So we had a very detailed discussion with the client and we came up with the numbers like how many patients they wanted at each branch. Let's say if they were able to convert 2 patients out of 10 leads, and then our goal was to generate 20 leads per day for that specific branch. So by using this approach, we exactly figured out at every clinic how many leads are required for which treatments they need leads. And according to it, we created exactly what was the cost per lead and how much budget we need for a specific branch. So the time period is from March 2025 to September 2025. The total ad spend is 8,93,506 rupees. And the total leads we have generated 3,402. The average cost per lead is 262.54. So if I talk about leads, so lead means basically 3 things. First thing is people who search on Google. So they see a detailed form on our landing page which they fill out and go to a thank you page. So once we have captured their data, which is sent on email or a Google Sheet, so once they have successfully submitted the form, that will be counted as a 1 lead. Second, the user might click on this call button or they can click on this WhatsApp button. So they have option to directly call the clinic or WhatsApp and ask their queries. So this is something that can be done over the landing page. But another thing is people can see our ad, click on our Google My Business profile and visit our profile and call us directly. So this is a Google My Business profile and I'm showing you the real data of this brand. I've been using all the 4 locations of this clinic where you can see on all locations there are 7,000 clicks, 6,000 clicks, 5,000 clicks, 400 clicks, and you can also see the phone calls numbers. 121 calls on this branch, 142 on this one, 74 on the third, and 90 calls on the 4th branch. So people who can see our ads can go to our landing page, either fill up the form or directly call us from the landing page, or click on the WhatsApp button and do the inquiry. Directly click on our location extensions, which they will see in Google Ads when they search for treatment or any specific query or anything. So all the inquiries generated through these process is considered as a lead. So if I talk about lead, so these 3,402 all leads are from all the sources for all the branches. Now, after spending 8,93,000 and generating 3,402 leads, the cost per one single lead is 262.54. So in clinics, the marketing strategy is basically for client acquisition because the price of the treatment is very high, and sometimes people compare it with the other competitors. So the conversion window is bit more, which are very warm and hot, and they will be easily converted in upcoming 4 to 5 months. But 433 lead was the upfront conversion, like people who called us or called at the clinic and they directly booked the appointment and visited and their treatment was done. So this number was 433. So here it is mentioned confirmed appointments, but the actual number of confirmed appointments were more. This exact total conversion that has happened. So generally in these type of businesses, there are multiple sessions, RCT or dental pain, but they were converted into dental implant. Or people who inquired for hair fall or PRP, they converted into hair transplant. So the overall goal of making a clinic profitable is to acquire maximum number of patients. So even if in the first month all the leads were not converted, but if we take a 3 months window, then we can easily see like there are a lot of people who are converted in next 2 months or 3 months. Very big difference of ad spend, which I have shown you in this slide in comparison to this Google Ads dashboard. I'll explain you. So in Google Ads dashboard, you can see 8,90,403 ad spend because there was 1 or 2 campaigns which we have turned off. So right now I have selected only the enabled campaigns because 1 or 2 campaigns were created to experiment few things and later they were turned off. Now the conversion here is, you can see, is 1,352 conversions. So the number 1,352 you can see here is only for the form fill-ups. So these conversions tracked in Google Ads are only for people who have filled this form. And apart from this form, maximum people have called us or have done inquiry through WhatsApp. Because generally in these type of businesses, people have immediate problem and the lead quality of calls and WhatsApp is much higher in comparison to the form fill-ups. So form fill-ups leads were also qualified. It was around 70%, but the call and WhatsApp was around 80 to 85%. Because generally people who fill up the form, they don't have urgent needs. Might be they want to inquire for laser hair removal or for some kind of aesthetic treatments which they don't have any urgency or a pain point. Because we are working with large number of healthcare clinics and salon chains all across India, so we understand this consumer behavior and increase the budget more on call ads and specific durations when people were calling the most. Let's say morning hours when people visit the office and they schedule the appointments. So at that time we increased our budget and bidding to the call extension to the Google My Business profile so that people can see our ads and they directly call and book the appointment. Now, if I take you to the campaigns, I'll be very honest with you. Right now, we are running only Google search ads. We are not running YouTube ads or any performance max or display ads because they don't generate qualified leads. They end up wasting the ad budget. So out of these 5 campaigns, 4 campaigns are for different branches. Because we are running a single campaign for a single branch, and within that campaign we are using multiple ad groups to separate the treatments. And the last 5th campaign we are running only for a specific one surgical treatment that is present only in the Chennai branch. So that is a separate campaign running. And the landing page that we have created is very high converting and generate very super high qualified leads. So for all the 4 branches, we were having 4 different landing pages because the audience was different, the offers were different, and we used before after images, real testimonials, video testimonials, all according to the locations. So especially for the Google ads, if you want to generate very qualified leads, you need to create separate dedicated landing pages. Now I'll show you the more interesting numbers. This is a monthly metrics breakdown. So as I have mentioned, this data is from March to September. So if I talk about March 2025, the ad spend was 1,29,000, total leads generated was 514. 253 was cost per lead, total conversions were 44. Due to some challenges in the clinic operations, May we increased to 1,30,000, June we increased to 129. Then the budget was almost similar, 127, but since August 2025, we started scaling. Like August, we spent 1,40,000. September, last month, we spent around 1,45,000 rupees. So August was the best month where we spent 1,40,000. But generated 537 conversions, but generated 88 conversions, and total lead was 537. So every time it doesn't mean like if you are spending higher ad budget, you will generate more leads and more conversions. Sometimes you spend less, but you generate more qualified leads. So it also depends on seasons and the audiences present in that city. So this is the exactly monthly breakdown of this entire strategy, how we scale from month to month. And if I give you the detailed lead generation and conversion analysis, the best month was, so as mentioned earlier, the best month was August, where 88 conversions happened at 16.39 conversion rate. And July was also this, and the July was also this strong, where we generated 79 conversions and the conversion rate was 15.46. And if I sum up these entire things, so there were three important learnings. Higher ad spend doesn't always correlate with better conversion rate. April had the lowest ad spend, 90,000, but good efficiency. So if you can check the April data, so you will, as you can see, like the April has the best CPL, 216. So we'll see the pattern why this cost per lead was very low at that time, so that we can use those strategies again and decrease our cost per leads, so that we pay less to Google and generate more qualified leads. So this was the marketing strategy for a clinic chain, and this applies to the other healthcare businesses or a salon chains that operates in the same business model. So if you have watched this video till end, comment on this video what you have learned, your experience, and what you expect in my next videos. If you want these kind of similar case studies, because I work with some very big healthcare brands all across India, and I get exposure which very few people have access to. So if you want me to share my learnings, experience, and all these case studies with you, just let me know in the comment section. If you have liked this video, click on the like button. If you are first time on this channel, click on the subscribe button now.